We're excited about the election and things are trending up. It's still a little bit early, but we did want to welcome you here tonight. We wanted to just thank you for all the hard work that you've done.
I'm one of the grassroots directors with the campaign, and I have had the privilege of being able to work with hundreds of pastors across the state, hundreds of fellow supporters of marriage in the thousands, and it has been a wonderful experience. Now, if this holds at over 60%, this will not only send a message to North Carolinians, but this will send a message to the United States. All these celebrities come out against the marriage amendment. We got to see all these politicians come out against the marriage amendment. It was one day after the other that we would see some type of figure who would come out against the marriage amendment. And the entire time from the very beginning of this campaign, we continued to say one thing. And that was that we wanted North Carolinians to decide marriage for North Carolinians. What we're going to see tonight is you're going to see a map. And on that map, you're going to see all those counties. And what you're going to see is you're going to see a bunch of these green counties who have voted for the marriage amendment. And what you're going to see is that North Carolina is for marriage.
I'm happy to announce that the AP has just called this election. We are not anti-gay, we are pro-marriage. And the whole point is simply that you don't rewrite the nature of God's design for marriage based on the demands of a group of adults. And we are now the 31st state in the country to have a marriage protection.
There were so many challenges. There was 2 presidents who came out against this amendment in North Carolina. President Barack Obama came out against this amendment. Former President Bill Clinton came out against this amendment. Our own governor, Beverly Perdue, came out against this amendment. Some Republican conservatives, unfortunately, surprised many of us and came out against this amendment. The NAACP came out against this amendment. The press was almost 100% against this amendment.
I am honored to speak to you tonight. What a night this has been. The God of the Bible has come through for us, and the great people of the great state of North Carolina have allowed their voices to be heard. The amendment was lied on, it was misrepresented, and the reason we're so excited is that we knew that this amendment is not about robbing children of any benefits. It's not about robbing women of their domestic protections. It's not about discrimination or being a bigot or a homophobe or anything like that. We just simply believe that the biblical definition of marriage should not be changed.
In September of 2011, the General Assembly got new leadership, and they were willing to allow the legislation to be heard. And when it was heard, just as we anticipated, it was supported on a bipartisan basis.
Everyone is excited. The crowd is electric. We won by an overwhelming margin, over 61%. The reality is that North Carolina has now set the tone for the rest of the country.
In North Carolina, marriage is alive and well, and that is marriage between one man and one woman. And I'm excited.
And now we have Washington State, Maryland, Minnesota, and Maine. 4 votes representing all of the regions of this great country. A national referendum on marriage right on the heels of a massive victory.